I want to talk specifically today about DeFi, decentralized finance, or decentralized finance. So I've talked about Bitcoin, and Bitcoin. Some of the topics that I've hit on Bitcoin is how essentially, right, crypto is about, we're building a new financial world. If essentially some of the podcasts I've done before, I kind of make the analogy that crypto is the new world. So if you think of Europe, back 1492 when Columbus, sailed the ocean blue and he found the new world, 1492. You're seeing something similar, I think, of crypto, right? Crypto is the new world. So in 2009, 2010, Satoshi, he minted Bitcoin. You can think of that as the discovery of the new world. So there's many, facets of this new world, but essentially what crypto is doing, it's, if you think of, the new world, it's the new finance, it's replacing the old world, our legacy banking systems, and really a 20th century way of banking. And I've talked on, when people hear crypto, right, they hear crypto is a scam, which is true. There are scams within crypto, but crypto is a very broad term. So it's important to understand that Bitcoin is crypto, but crypto is Bitcoin, but crypto is also much bigger than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, I like to think of that as a savings technology, right? It is the invention of absolute scarcity. It has its big invention is it uses blockchain to solve the Byzantine generals problem. So essentially, it's eliminated the need for centralized institutions. And then also a big invention of Bitcoin and blockchain is the invention of digital scarcity, right? So it's the first thing that's completely scarce on the internet. So there's a fixed cap of 21 million coins. There will only ever be 21 million coins because that was Satoshi's algorithm that he planned. So it's really fixed, hard money. I think crypto, it's in Bitcoin specifically, in the larger ecosystem, I think it's helpful to think of Bitcoin as digital gold, right? You'll hear digital gold a lot, and I think that is a good use case, and I think Bitcoin has proven that it really can be thought of as a digital gold. But obviously, in our day-to-day lives, we need more than just gold, right? We need more to save money, right? I think Bitcoin's great too, and I think something I've been pondering too lately is how Bitcoin is great for really building wealth, right? Generational wealth. So if you are a blue collar, working person and you put a little bit in a bank account, right? You save up money so that you can, have generational wealth, and so you can pass them down to your children, your children's children, and keep something in the family. And Bitcoin is great at that because it's got a 21 million fixed supply. So you can, if you buy a Satoshi today or buy 10 Satoshis today, for the rest of time, you will have 10 Satoshis out of 21 million coins. And Bitcoin, relatively in the crypto ecosystem, is slow, right? It uses a proof of work blockchain algorithm, which is its invention. Its blockchain is based on proof of work, which is that's a whole other topic in itself. But essentially, you can think of proof of work as the computer game that computers play to pay Bitcoin. It's very energy intensive, but it's very secure, right? You have all these computers fighting, and it uses a block or proof of work algorithm as its blockchain technology, and it is very slow relatively, right? I mean, I should just say relatively in crypto, right? You can move Bitcoins or Satoshis across the world 24/7, 365, whenever you want, how much ever you want. You pay a fee, and essentially I found, a block or essentially a transaction can take up to, 10-15 minutes seems to be, if you move money from one wallet to another, it takes about 10-15 minutes, which, yes, if you're using a Visa MasterCard, 10 minutes is extremely slow for a transaction. But when you think of generational wealth, right? Building wealth, whether it's, I think most people in the 20th century today, right, housing, properties are thought of like generational wealth, something you buy, you hold on to, and you pass down to generations. If you really, if you have children and you move your wealth one time, whether that wealth takes, 5 seconds or 10 minutes, it's really kind of irrelevant when you think about it, right? It's more important that wealth stays secure and it stays valuable, which is kind of Bitcoin's, the great thing about it is it's a fixed value, so 21 million coins, so you're buying a fixed share that cannot be printed away. And also, it takes 10 minutes, but if it's in a wallet, if you don't have the private keys, if you don't have, know the math to get into that wallet, it is secure. That's great, right? We need the ability, especially in this economy, right? I'm recording this video in 2024, and from where I am, my eyes and ears are experiencing insane amounts of inflation, right? So prices are going up, wages are staying the same, and you really can't, you can, but you can't, right? You can save money, you can keep it in a bank account, but every day that your dollar stays in a bank account, it is just getting inflated away because they're making more money, and it's a treadmill that you can't keep up. So really, the ability for normal people to save money is not really, it's not really a smart choice, right? To keep money in a bank that sits there and does nothing. We live in an economy right now, as I record this 2024, where if you have money, in excess of money, the advice is buy something, buy a stock, buy a property, get it out, get that money working for you. And really throughout human history, gold has been kind of a store of value, right? If you had, a block of gold, it was pretty good, and you knew that gold would be worth something in the future because it's very labor intensive to mine gold. To get no gold, it's very scarce. So you knew it was valuable. So yeah, gold has historically been a store of value, and Bitcoin's kind of taking a lot of the properties of gold and replicated that in the digital space. But yeah, gold's great. Storing wealth is great. Across generations, across time and space is available. It's something that you need your money, you need your assets to do. But it doesn't fulfill all your needs of money, right? So money also needs to be something else. It needs to be agile, it needs to be quick, it needs to be fast, you need to buy bacon at the store, right? You need to buy toothpicks, you need to, gamble on fantasy football, you need to move even little bits. You have daily needs as a human being that you need to fulfill. So whether that's going to a grocery store and buying food, whether that's trading little things, going to a flea market, spending a buck or a quarter to get a plumb bob, there's many other things that you need money to do other than just store its value over time, right? You have immediate needs in the short term that you need to be met. You got bills that gotta be paid, food that needs to be ate and purchased. For that, gold is not very good, right? It's clunky. Can you imagine if every time you went to a grocery store, you had to, carry a thing of gold, a little brick of gold and shave it off? It's not feasible, which is why they've invented fiat money. So essentially, fiat money was a great invention in that it represented gold historically, not, since we moved off the gold standard, it doesn't do that. But essentially, fiat money, what it was good at is you could, keep gold in a bank. And then that bank can then say, yes, this gold is here. Here is, paper money that represents the gold in the bank. And you go use it in the real world. And if you ever want gold, you can bring it and we will trade, the paper you have for actual gold. So it's a good way of kind of abstracting the concept of gold and getting rid of its physical properties, right? If you have something that's as valuable as gold, because a bank will take it, for what it says it's worth. So it is essentially valuable because, a banker will redeem it for gold. But you've kind of abstracted the physical qualities, right? It has a hard, numeric value on it that you don't have to shave off little things, a big shaving, a small shaving based on what you're buying. And also it's portable, right? It's lightweight, it's paper, it's quick, people use it. So it was a good invention. The problem with the paper obviously is that money printer go burr. If there's paper money that says represents gold, it makes, right, if you're the person that is that middleman where we say we have gold in the bank, we give you paper money, the temptation, the power that corrupts absolutely is that person or, the banker, the institution erodes that trust and says, oh, well, actually we can give away more paper than we have money in the bank and no one will know because as long as we got some, if 1% of people come ask for their gold every day, we only need 1% of the gold behind us. So funny business can get around it, which is kind of a fear. So essentially, that's a long-winded way of saying that gold needs to do more than just be a store of value, right? We need to use our Visa, our MasterCards, and spend money every day to buy bacon, to buy ham, to buy vegetables at the store, to buy, siding for our houses, plumbing for our pipes. We need to pay a plumber to unclog our toilet. We need to, pay a mechanic to fix our car. We have needs that need to be done in real time. We have an economy to service. And that's where DeFi comes in. DeFi, decentralized finance, is kind of, there is this whole ecosystem of innovation going on in Web3 that is super exciting, which is essentially trying to replicate this the need, right? The need for more than just gold. We need everyday transactions. We need Visa and MasterCard, but in the crypto sphere. And that's decentralized finance. So I think a good way to understand decentralized finance is to understand, right, our legacy system. We have banks. So we have banking institutions that, are trusted middlemen, intermediaries between buyers and sellers, between, people selling houses, people buying houses, people depositing money, people withdrawing money. You have, in the legacy world, banks that service this function. In the crypto, in the new world, we have things called exchanges, which are similar to banks, but there's nuance to it. So there's really two types of exchanges in the crypto world, right? Because you need somewhere where you can exchange, fiat money, whether it's a US dollar, whether it's a peso, whether it's Chinese yen, for crypto. So I need to be able to trade my dollars for Bitcoin, or trade my dollars for Ethereum, or trade my dollars for meme coins. Or maybe I need to sell. Maybe the tax man's coming after me and I need to sell some of my meme coins for US dollars. I need to sell some of my Ethereum to pay a plumber, vice versa. So you need a trusted intermediary. And also you need to be able to, if we're building a crypto economy, a true economy, you need to be able to switch between different units. So trade Bitcoin for Ethereum, Ethereum for Solana, Solana for Dogecoin, and vice versa. Ideally you have all this ability to do it, let alone other things that, we're not seeing on crypto yet, but it's coming. So really in the crypto world, there's